Today is the 26th of January 2020. Will Berlinghoff is the voice of cosmic awareness and Callista is energizer and questioner. Awareness, do you have a message for the public at this time, please?
That this awareness would like to announce a great event that has recently taken place, an event that most certainly would not be reported in your mainstream media, that many are not aware of this event, many would not even hold it as credible. But this awareness announces that there is that which is known as a time stream that has now been strongly established for the planet and for humanity, a time stream to the future. That much of that which has been occurring of late is a challenge to such a concept. There is this new pandemic that is coming out of China. There is the impeachment proceedings in Washington. There are many riots and protests taking place throughout the world. Many of these events would be considered the opposite of an event of such magnitude as that which this awareness is declaring and announcing. That being the establishment and the setting in place of a time stream in human consciousness and for the planet herself that will lead to the positive future that many are here to help create at this time, help anchor at this time. It is for this reason that this awareness says in these incredible times not to go into panic or fear, not to be excessively negative in your outlooks, and to be able to maintain a relative degree of balance as well as neutrality, that which this awareness calls sacred neutrality in these times. That which marks this new time stream is its positive nature, and the arrival of many positive events with the decline of those energies that have so long promoted a negative scenario. Remember that mankind has been manipulated for many thousands of years, and this new timeline is seeing a new level of comprehension, understanding, and even hope to that which would be a positive set of circumstances starting to manifest now. But the problem is, at the same time, there are those who oppose this development, who would sidetrack the many away from such a positive time stream and focus them into a place of doubt, panic, fear, and terror. It is for this reason that while this awareness announces that which is the development of the positive time stream for humanity that is now in place, it must equally say to one and all that it also involves choice. For even though this roadway, this super highway to the future is now in place, it is still an individual's choice to go down that super highway to the future or not, to wish in that positive energy, to hold that positive outlook to such a degree that even though events around you are chaotic at the very least, even frightening to many, that it does not mean that you yourself will be affected. It does mean, though, that if you choose to be negative, choose to have no hope, choose to believe the lies and the deceptions, including such an event as a mass pandemic, that it is so that you will still find that you are at the effect of those events and those individuals and those groups who would try to sidetrack, even hijack humanity from its bright and very powerful future. Watch the events over the next weeks, months, and in this year of 2020. You will see that if you hold that positive outlook, not as denial to events that are happening around you, but rather as a way of maintaining your own position, your own life, that you will find that staying in this positive energy will be most beneficial. At the same time, watch how events are controlled and manipulated. Watch individuals who are negative in their attitudes, who are only seeing the worst case scenario. In the end, if it is your choice to walk down the superhighway or drive down the superhighway to the future, that it is also your responsibility to maintain that sense of positiveness, hopefulness, and optimism. That this time is super critical, this time in the history of humanity. And while this awareness is saying that this superhighway to the future has been set in concrete and cement, that it is still very much the individual's right to not believe this, to not hold it as so, especially if one tunes in and accepts the rhetoric of those who have a hidden agenda, those who would deviate the course of events to favor them. Now, what is the most amazing of this highway to the future is established. It will happen. It is happening. The future will be a bright one, and it starts in this year of 2020. But because you have free will, this awareness says to one and all, be diligent, be discerning, be aware that it is your own thoughts, beliefs, attitudes, and actions that will determine the direction that you travel. Hold that it is perhaps just possible that such a thing is underway, and then watch as your own personal future reflects it more and more. Watch also as the actions and activities on this planet at this time that are meant to deviate, to deflect, fail. And as they fail, more and more become aware that the lies are there, and the lies are no longer to be believed. That this awareness wishes you all well in this most incredible and amazing of times.
Thank you, Awareness.